Now, as a young person growing up in South Africa, and I was very young when this struck me, and I hadn't even thought of ever that I was one day going to be an artist. I had experienced the Bushman painting in the caves. There's not a lot in caves, funnily enough. It's all in shelters. And that's the very sad part of it. These rock shelters, of course, are open to the elements, and they're actually disappearing. In fact, some of the paintings you see here are probably not there anymore. The imagery that I've put on my work is absolutely 100% authentic to colour and to the composition. I've changed nothing. These are not contrived in any way. And I feel, this only came to me the other day, I thought, I'm actually preserving history that is disappearing, because they can't be preserved. There's so many hundreds and probably thousands of these paintings all over southern Africa in these rock shelters, and how do you preserve them? So somebody years ago, a very good friend of mine, sent me this wonderful book on Bushman art, which is right here if you wanted to have a look at it. And all of these paintings come from that book. For those of you that have bought the paintings or are going to buy them, you will be given a little envelope with where they come from and a bit of the blurb, what they're about. What else do I need to tell you? So then I met a wonderful person not so long ago now. And I do believe we've become quite good friends, and I've met him and his family, and I was at his house a while ago now, and going down his driveway I saw these stones, I suppose you could call them, but they were cylindrical. And of course the person I'm talking about is Chris Booth, whom I absolutely just love the man, I love his family, and I love his art. Now these cylinders are the insides of his stones, boulders. They're actually the core of his boulders. So I saw these and I thought, I'm sure I can do something with one of these, with a lot of them. So Chris said, help yourself, take as many as you like. And I think I took 3. And up until Tuesday, 2 weeks ago, nothing happened with these stones. I thought, I can't do this. South Africa and New Zealand together in one piece of art. So what I've done is I've taken Chris's stone and I've put a Bushman painting on it. Chris, I showed it, I was the only person that saw this stone, and I showed it to Chris this morning, and the emotional experience, I'm going to start crying or something, was absolutely unbelievable, because what we did was he took me to where his pile of rocks were, where the stone I took out of his pile. We went there and he photographed us sitting there. So it's thanks to Chris and his friendship that this piece has come about. So what I've done is, this is all sort of so, we need fanfares and this is my South African heritage, which I now say goodbye to. I can't do that. And this is New Zealand. And it's not a box. That's better. Now I can I'm over there. I'm totally over there. And here it is. There it is there. So I'd like to thank, I don't know, do any one of the other artists, Kerry, would you like to say something?
I'm too busy filming.
Oh. And Tracy. What I do have to say about both Kerry's, all of the work here. I had no idea what Kerry was doing. Kerry had absolutely no idea what I was doing, as with the 2 sculptors that are here. And when Julia, that's the person, how dare me not thank this wonderful person here. Julia, thank you. And while I'm on thank yous, Peter too, I have to thank Peter, the wonderful framer. He did these absolutely glorious frames. And in fact, while Peter's in the, wherever he is, if you have a look at the one painting over there, you'll see there's a round frame on that. And Peter had the idea of doing that. And in fact, it's not going to be that frame. If anybody did want the frame, there's a teak frame